Just a bit of a quickie here to show what goes behind the scenes here at the OAS Academy. We also run Space Cadets, which is a space astronomy online program for kids. And what we're doing at the moment is we're updating our space module because that's a few years old now, and we believe now it's time to update it. Otherwise, kids will lose interest, and obviously with the latest ways of showing information, we kind of do need to move on. So this is what we're doing at the moment. These are the badges for each of the missions, and they'll be connected up to each of the slides that we've got here for the missions, and a brief overview of what they were and who crewed them, what the mission was. And pretty soon there'll be a back button. What I might even do is just show how we do that. I'm going to put a back button here so that anybody who lands on here can discern the main menu, which has all the. I'm going to make this black. There we are. So I'm going to make the background of this button yellow. Let's fill that with yellow. There we are. I might even put a red around it, I think. There we go. Line style. I'm going to make that reasonably thick. And there we have it. So what I need to do now is to point that back to the main slide, which we do by clicking on that. Don't when timeline starts, because if we have that, it'll simply pop back. The user's got to click on it. And now the cool thing here, we've made this button. I'm going to nudge that down quite far, because I know some of the slides got a lot of information on them. This one's a bit thin, so using the cursor keys. But then I'm going to just copy, because it's going to the same location every time, then the same button can be copied across. This is untitled, as you can see here. Normally, we'd have a name for that slide so we know where it was going to. As you can see, this is why we've batted it down quite low. Some of these are quite a lot of information on some of them. So those are all there now, and that now means if we go and get a total preview of the project, we've only connected up one of the badges, I think. Oops, yeah, no, this I need to get rid of the refillable buttons. Keep forgetting that one. So we're going to come into preview, and we're going to come into no, we're not going into there. Let's just come down to here. There we go. I want to get rid of the swipe here so I can use the buttons. Get rid of the buttons. I want to come over to here. There we go. I want to go into preview player. There's the one I was looking for. Turn that off and turn that off. And I'm going to go into other. And I'm going to go to scale. That means I'm going to use scroll arrows when I go in and click on OK to that. And probably here, I'm going to put the same button in if I've got a copy of it still. Yes, I do. And I'm going to go forward. Or just say next, shall we? And then what I'm going to do here, because if you remember, this has already got an identification. I'm going to go to the next slide there. If I didn't do that, then what would happen would be it'd have the same properties of the previous. And yeah, go on to that slide. There we are. And then pop that in. Oopsie, should have copied it first, shouldn't I? Just there we go. That's going to just to check. Go on to slide 1.3 because we're on slide 1.2. There we go. And on here again. So this will be what they'll see when they put it up on their mobile device, tablet, whatever. This will be tidied up, of course, but let's go to 1.4, which is the main menu slide. So what will happen now when we preview it? There may still be some back and forward buttons, which I try to get rid of. Yeah, see, there's one. I mean, I don't really like these. They don't grow with the actual, because this is quite a large format. These are still tiny, but this is what you get in the end. Put in a bit of background music here, and this is what the kiddies will have. You remember we created the trigger for that to there and then back. That's the whole point. That won't work because I've not connected these up yet. But in the end, this be put into Space Cadets. It's going to replace the existing space module that we've got. And yeah, can edit that slide and get rid of the back and forward. There we are. Do the same thing here. That gets rid of these annoying buttons, is what it does. They're too tiny for anyone to see, so it's better to just. And I certainly don't want it in here. Yeah, they can. There we are. There we are. So, and these are what they're going to go through. And you can see these are labeled, which is how we can easily connect them up. So, one more. I'm not going to bother connecting up the labels. It's going to be to Apollo 7. Yeah, Apollo 7. Not when timeline starts. So if we leave it on that, what will happen is you'll get to here and it'll fix straight to that star, which we don't want. And what effect does that have? We go to entire projects. So I won't keep you long with this. This is just a quick. I thought I got rid of that. Hold on. Thought I got rid of that. There you go. I'm going to get rid of these back and next buttons. There we are. You could always sort of make a mental note to come in and fix it. You can always try and fix things as I see them, otherwise I'll forget later. There we are. And there's the one. Go and back. And yeah, I've got to get rid of them from there too, but I'm not going to show you that because that'd make me a very boring TikToker. But essentially, there will be audio added to this. There will be some animation, but this is essentially one of the things we're adding. And we've also got a nice little flip book we'll be putting up there too. And these images, obviously, courtesy of NASA. So that's what I wanted to show you, TikTokers. I hope it gives you some steer as to what we do. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Cheers.